Hello YouTubers and welcome to another Doctor Who DVD review. This time it is of Meglos, which was the second story of season 18 of Doctor Who, which was also the final season to feature Tom Baker as the fourth Doctor. And speaking of Tom Baker, he plays another character in this story, Meglos, and that is what he is on this front cover. And we also have Jacqueline Hill coming back, as you can see on this front cover. Of course, many people will know that she played Barbara Wright during the William Hartnell era. She was one of the very first companions in Doctor Who history. She had the very first line in the very first episode of Doctor Who, An Unearthly Child. So it's quite nice to see Jacqueline Hill come back into Doctor Who, albeit she's playing a different character in this. We also have this guy here on this front cover who is one of the main supporting players of this story. And as you can see, Meglos is holding a dodecahedron, which is a sort of pivotal role to this story, I'd like to say. We've also got these things in the background, which I think are part of the sort of setting wherever it was in the story. I can't for the life of me remember the planet because, well, I'll go a bit more into that towards the end. We've got what looks like a gas cloud in the background. We've got a planet. Also note, this DVD release is a U, so anybody can watch this. Looking at the side, that's what it looks like, so quite nice. And as you can see, this story was written by two people because they thought one person wasn't enough. And those two people were John Flanagan and Andrew McCulloch. On Tygella, two opposing factions are irrevocably divided over one fundamental issue: the dodecahedron, a mysterious artifact which provides the entire planet's energy. With the Savants and the Dions locked in a crippling stalemate and the civilization on the brink of collapse, the Tygellan leader Zastor seeks the Doctor's help. But the Doctor and Romana have been trapped aboard the TARDIS in a time loop by Meglos, the last of the Zulfa Thurans, who will stop at nothing to steal back the awesome power of the dodecahedron. I can't tell you how difficult it is to say the Zulfa Thurans, so I'm glad that I've actually said that now. Anyway, special features, commentary by Lalla Ward, Christopher Owen, John Flanagan, Paddy Kingsland and Peter Howell. We have Meglos Men. Writers John Flanagan and Andrew McCulloch meet with script editor Christopher H. Bidmead. The Scene Sync story, a look at the pioneering technique used to create many of the story's shots. Jacqueline Hill, A Life in Pictures, a look at the life of Jacqueline Hill with husband Alvin Rakoff, Doctor Who producer Verity Lambert, and actors William Russell and Ann Davies. We have Entropy Explained, isolated score, Radio Times billings, which you need PDF, DVD, ROM or PC Mac, production information, subtitles, a photo gallery, a coming soon trailer, and finally, the last special feature, as always, is the digitally remastered picture and sound quality. The original broadcast dates for this were between 27th of September and the 18th of October 1980. This was produced by John Nathan Turner, directed by Terence Dudley, and Entropy Explained contains some strobe lighting. The runtime for this is 100 minutes approx. The sleeve text is by Sue Coley, and the cover was by Lee Binding. And I've got to say, it is quite a nice cover. And here you see more of his excellent artwork here in the leaflet, as well as some more information in the leaflet. And there you have the picture from the cover once again on the disc. It says you there, it says PG there. I never understood the whole thing, but whatever. It's you, so anyone can watch this. But should everyone watch this? Well, I don't think so, because first and foremost, I think that Meglos is a bad story, okay? I'm going to put it out there. This is one you steer clear of, folks. it got off to a bad start, season 18. We had Leisure Hive, which I didn't like. If you've seen that DVD review, I go more into detail why I don't like that, so check that DVD review out as soon as you're done with this. And the same goes for this. It's just so ridiculous. Now, I understand it's Doctor Who. Quite a lot of things in Doctor Who are quite ridiculous, but sometimes it goes so far beyond belief that you just forget about everything. And it's a real shame, really, because this could have been a classic. Now, I know that some people might enjoy this story, so if you do, then great, fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of this story. I've got to say it, this story, it sucks. It's one of the worst stories I've ever seen, alongside The Leisure Hive. I can't believe that we have two pretty bad stories right next to each other. It's quite bad, especially considering season 18 is Tom Baker's last season as well. So, yeah, it was a new era and everything with the new producer and a new title sequence, but for me anyway, it got off to a pretty lacklustre start, I must say. But once again, the thing that saves this is the special features. We have some great special features here, like the Entropy documentary. We have the life of Jacqueline Hill, which was a really interesting documentary. A life in pictures. It was fascinating to hear about her life as well, because, as I said earlier, she was probably one of the most important people from Doctor Who. I mean, she said the first ever line in the whole programme's history, and it just goes to show, really, and she deserves that documentary. And once again, it is interesting to see her portraying a different character in this story. But overall, I would say, once again, stay clear of this DVD release. I'd say the only way you could get this would be to wait till like one of the last ones, like when you're running out of DVDs to get and it's one of the last ones you need to get. Just get it for completionist reasons, because that's what I did, and I'm really glad that I did. I know that it's part of the season 18 Blu Ray, which is coming out very shortly. I guess if you're getting that, then you'll have that. Season 18 isn't a bad season by any means. I just want to put it out there. It was just that there was a couple of bad stories, this one included, unfortunately. I hate being negative about Doctor Who because I love this programme, but sometimes I've got to say the truth. I've got to say how I feel about certain aspects of this programme. And unfortunately, the truth about this is I don't like this story. So would I recommend it? No, absolutely not. But apart from that, I want to say, all of you, once again, thank you very much for watching this DVD review. If you enjoyed it, then please give it a like. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you have not already, subscribe to my channel for more Doctor Who content.